Good to get up in here before we get started. Man, it's gonna be a rough one tonight. It's gonna be rough. Man, I was just telling the queen, man, I don't hear this stuff all day, man. 3 cops don't went by, 2 fire trucks, 2 ambulance, all within the last few minutes. You know what I mean? All when it's time to go live. Everybody want to show up. Everybody want to act a fool or whatever's going on, man. Hope everybody's okay out there. You know what I mean? What's up with you, Scorpio lady? Man, family, we're gonna go ahead and get started because tonight's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be rough. We got a lot to talk about, and the odds are I'm gonna go in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in, man. So pray for me. What's up with you, Raymond? Man, it's gonna be a rough one. It is what it is. You already know, man. God bless each and every one of you that catch this live. For those of you that catch this on the replay on YouTube, man, may God bless you as well. Man, family, I had this one of the subscribers commented on the video from yesterday, I believe it was, Joker 442. Man, he sent a very in-depth made a very in-depth comment. What's up, babe? They made a very in-depth comment, and man, it brought back a lot of memories. What's up with you, Jose? Man, years ago, I was in Montana, and I was driving from Montana. I was married at the time. I had my daughter, my oldest child. She was maybe a year old. What's up, Scott? She was maybe a year old. And so we're driving back to California from Montana, right? And so in Montana, they have this thing called black ice. I don't know, what's up with you guys? What's up with you, Thomas? I don't know if you guys are familiar. I think they may have it out here in New York. It gets cold enough for it too. In the upper states, you know what I mean? Where there's water on the ground from the rain, from the slush or whatever, and then it just freezes over. And at nighttime, it doesn't look like there's anything on the ground. You know what I mean? It just like ground's just shiny, you know what I mean? But it's black ice. And so we're in a Pontiac Sunbird, an 84 Sunbird, and we're driving back to Cali at the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm meditating as I'm driving, and I can hear God's voice, you know, just as clear as you guys hear my voice. Man, I heard God just speaking to me in the car. And at first I'm looking around trying to figure out who's talking to me. I'm looking at my wife at the time, and she's over there just knocked out, snoring, just passed out. And so my daughter's 1 year old, and I'm looking back at her, she's gone. You know what I mean? So everybody's gone. I'm the only one wide awake. And so, but I can hear God talking to me. What's up with you, Bimmer guy? Man. And so I can hear God saying, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. We're going somewhere tonight, family. I'm just going to lay the foundations, but we're going to get there, okay? And we're going to go off today. It is what it is. We're going on one today. And so he was saying, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And I'm like, okay, I get that. What does that mean? Why are you telling me? Why do you keep telling me this? And I kept hearing this over and over and over. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And so we're driving, and you know, it's nighttime, and the roads are real slippery because of the black ice. And so I'm like just really paying attention. I got the 210. I saw him driving, holding the steering wheel up here like this, you know, just paying attention like a nerd, right? Because I don't want to slide off the road. And so as I'm driving, man, God is pointing out to me, man, there's these big rigs trucks that's went off the embankments, you know what I mean? Off the right-hand side, down in the middle ravine. And I'm looking at all these trucks that have went off the road, you know, all these big 4x4s that was gone off the road. And I'm tripping because it's like, man, there's no way in the world that these big vehicles weigh as much as they do, and they're going off the embankments like this. There's no reason that these trucks weigh as much as they do, and they can't handle this road. And here it is, I'm in this cheap Pontiac Sunbird, and we still just pushing through it. You know what I mean? We still on the road, still going on our direction, doing what we got to do. And I can hear God keep saying, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And so I'm like, God, how is it that all these big trucks are going off and losing control and sliding down the ravines, or these big embankments and these, edge of these hills and stuff, right? How is this possible, God? And I'm tripping out because I'm fixated on my Pontiac Sunbird compared to all these big trucks. And what God was saying, stop looking at the makeup of the vehicle. It's not the makeup of the vehicle, it's what's on the inside. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. Man, I had to put on my butterfly shirt. I don't know if you guys could see it today, but yeah, I had to put on my butterfly shirt because we're talking about from caterpillar to butterfly. It's time. It's our time. Are you ready? It's our time. Are you ready? And so that's what this message is going to be about. Stay with me, we're going somewhere today. And so, man, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, God, okay. I'm not tripping off these vehicles, you know what I mean? And so I'm just steadily driving, right? And I keep hearing this voice coming to me, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. I'm like, okay, God, I got that. And so we get to this one little spot, and God's like, okay, hey, pull over at the next hotel, get a place to stay for the night. Because the road's going to get too bad up on the way out. Get a hotel and put your family up for the night. So I do that, right? We get this little hotel room, go to sleep, get up, shower, get some coffee, jump on the road. First thing in the morning, right? And we get out on the road, and my wife and daughter, they sleep already. You know what I mean? They not driving companions at all. They just gone, right? And so I'm hearing God talking to me, and he's like, man, keep your eyes on the road. And it's like, oh my gosh, here we go again with this. You know what I mean? It's like, God, I got it. It's like, no, it's important. It's imperative that you listen to me. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. I'm like, okay, I got it. And so we're in the road, and I'm passing up all these vehicles, and I'm tripping because now the ice is melted and it's slushy. The ground is slushy, right? And so I'm tripping out because I'm like passing up these vehicles. We just driving regular speed, right? And we just cruising in this little Pontiac Sunbird, just cruising, and we're passing up all these vehicles, and passing up Mercedes and Jaguars and Corvettes and Porsches and all these expensive vehicles. I'm like, what the heck? God, what does this mean? How the heck is it that this Pontiac Sunbird is passing up all these vehicles? There's no way possible that this Pontiac Sunbird can compete with the engines of these vehicles. How are we passing up these vehicles? And here, again, God, keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Stay focused, keep your eyes on the road. I'm like, okay, God, I got it. So as you're passing up these vehicles, you guys know that drive it all. Man, the tires from these vehicles, as you're passing up, coming up on them, they're kicking up all this soot, they're kicking up all this dirt and this ice and stuff, and it's flying on your windows, it's making a mess, right? And I'm like, what the hell does this mean? He's like, man, just turn on your windshield wipers, just keep going. I'm like, okay, God. He's like, keep your eyes on the road, don't look to the left. He said, Elijah, I'm gonna take you somewhere in life. When I take you, man, there's going to be people throwing all kind of stuff in your face. There's going to be people trying to tell you what you can't do. There's going to be people trying to stop you. There's going to be people spitting in your face. There's going to be people throwing dirt and mud and all kind of crap in your face, bringing up your past. Everything they can to keep you from passing them up. Everything they can to show you that they jealous of you, show you that they mad at you because you're passing them and they don't understand how and why you're passing them. So as you go past them, they can't stop you from passing them. Understand that first and foremost. These vehicles can't stop you from passing them. These people can't stop you from passing. As I take you by these people, as I elevate you, people are going to throw all kind of salt at your way. People are going to shade you. People are going to do all kind of crazy shit to you. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Just turn your windshield wipers on and just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Just wipe it off and just keep it moving. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, God, got it. So I turn the windshield wipers on and I'm just cruising, passing all these vehicles up, right? And so get up there and I'm like, okay, God, what the heck does all this mean? What the heck does all this mean? After we get to California, it's like, what did all this mean? He said, man, as I take you where I need to take you in life, on this journey, you're going to go past people that you don't think that you have the capability of passing. You're going to go beyond people and further than you think you're capable of going. People are going to look at you and they're going to see this bald-headed black man. They're going to see this, and that, but they're not going to see what's on the inside of you. They're not going to see the power that's what's inside of you. They're not going to see the anointing inside of you. They're not going to see the connection that you have. They're just going to see the shell of you and not understand why you're passing them. And so they're going to hate you. They're going to be mad at you. They're going to be pissed at you. Your job is to not focus on them. Your job is not to feel less than because they have a better vehicle, because they have a more expensive vehicle, because they have a newer vehicle. Your job is to remember it's what's on the inside of you that matters. You passed all these vehicles not because of who was driving, but what was on the inside of the vehicle, what was on the inside of you. As I take you up higher, man, all these haters, all these backbiters and these other people, man, they go say all kind of stuff. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to try to throw all kind of traps in your way. Wipe it off and just keep moving. Keep pushing. It's our time. It's our time. Are you ready? That's the title of this thing. It's our time. Are you ready? It's our time. Are you ready? Understand, if you say you're ready, man, you about to catch more hell than you've ever caught in your life. All the hell that you've gone through has just prepared you for the hell that you're about to catch. Everybody can't walk this path. Everybody can't do what you're about to do. Everybody can't go where you're about to go. Everybody can't say and create what you're about to create and do. Understand that. Understand. You're going to have family members mad at you and pissed off that you're doing woo-doo-woo-doo. You're going to have family members, ex-husbands, ex-wives, significant. You're going to be married to people that's mad at you. You're going to be hooked up with people that are jealous of you. Man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Don't allow them to stop you from moving on your path. Don't allow them to stop you from reaching your full potential. Man, and so years ago, man, you guys know that, some of the crap that I went through, you know what I mean? Some of the crap that I've gone through. And if you're not careful, for those of us that have gone through a lot of stuff, man, we'll take on a victim mentality. For those of us that have gone through a lot of stuff in life, and we get this mentality of, man, this shit ain't fair. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? We're like, man, God, where the heck you at? You know what I mean? God, I thought you had my back. You know what I mean? What the heck is going on? You know what I mean? And so it's like, I went through so much stuff growing up. There's always a scripture that just blew me away, And I never really understood it. And it seemed kind of blasphemous, you know what I mean? It seemed kind of blasphemous that this scripture was in the Bible. It just didn't make sense to me at all. And I'm going to read the scripture to you guys. I wrote it in the description, and so you have it in there. Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah 45:7. I form light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. I'm going to read it one more time. I form light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, Yahweh, God, Lord, Most High, whatever you want to call him, I do all these things. And that's always blew me away. That's always just dumbfounded me. How could God create evil? Why in the hell would God say that he created evil? He create peace and create evil. He create light and he create darkness. Why the hell? Because I'm mad at God for all the hell I done went through. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off at God for all of the hell that I caught in my life. I took L's from the time I got here, and I'm mad at God because, like, what the hell did I do to deserve all these L's? What the hell did I do to deserve all of this chaos and this madness? And then I look at the Bible, and the Bible's telling me that I got it. It's like he's bragging about this shit. It's like he's throwing it in my face, like, yeah, motherfucker, I created evil. What the fuck you gonna do about it? And that's just how I took it. That's how I took it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like pissed off, like, why the hell does he do this? How can you be a righteous God and create evil? How can you be a righteous God and allow all this evil shit to happen to all these good people? Okay, me, Maybe I deserve this shit. Maybe I am cursed. You know what I mean? Maybe I am damned to hell. Maybe I do have the devil in me. Because my whole family told me that from the gate. Maybe God don't love me. So maybe I deserve all of the hell that I've gone through. Maybe I deserve all of the pain and the suffering that I've gone through. Maybe I deserve to be in this family and my father not accept me. Maybe I deserve to be in this family and watch my father murder my mom. Maybe I deserve to be in this family and be molested at church on 2 different occasions by crazy ass Christians who believed and talked about God and Jesus. You know, maybe I deserved all this shit. Maybe I'm that fucking corrupt and that fucking bad that, man, this was just my lot in life. And so I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And I hate me. I hate me. I hate me because I feel like I deserved all of this. I deserved all of this. And that's why I caught all this hell. Nobody else in my family caught the hell that I caught. Man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So when they called me the black sheep of the family, man, I took that shit literally. I really believed that I was the black sheep of the family. I really believed that I was the scapegoat for everybody else's faults or whatever. What I'm saying, all the pain and suffering that could come on a family, it's as though all of that shit was just dumped on me. And I had to carry the pain of the family. I had to carry the trauma of the family. I had to carry the burdens of the family. So I grew up thinking, damn, shit ain't right. You know what I mean? Shit ain't right. But why do God have it out for me so much? Why do God hate me so much? Why do God despise me so? What did I do so bad in the sight of God to where all this stuff is okay? It's our time. It's our time. Are you ready? And I'm making this video, family, because I want you to understand. I need you to understand. I need you to understand. All of you that have caught hell, all of you that have gone through the chaos and the pain and the trauma and the craziness in life, all of you, I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what nationality you are. None of that shit matters. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you're a girl, guy, whether you date girls, whether you date. None of that shit matter to me. I'm here to tell you, it's our time. It's our time. It's our time. Man, and it's a trip because you know what? Man, I just sit back and I'm smiling and it's just like, man, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. You guys wouldn't believe the hell that some of the stuff that I've had to go through. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, it's all good. It's all good. One of the things that I learned from my grandmother was that whenever God's getting ready to start blessing, the quote unquote devil starts messing. Whenever God's getting ready to start blessing, the devil starts messing. And so the devil always starts messing right before you receive your blessing. And the great majority of us, we go negative. Man, family, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to turn my phone real quick. I had like 2 little black birds just sitting there at the window just staring at me. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I thought that was like crazy as heck. 2 little black birds just in the window just looking at me. And so it was my grandmother used to say, man, whenever the devil starts messing, it's because God's getting ready to start blessing. Stay with me. But most of us, we get so stuck on the negativity. We get so stuck on the drama, on the chaos, that we lower our frequency. Stay with me. We're going somewhere today. We're on the right path. We're on the right path. Man, I'm on the road and I'm on the path that God got me. He's taking me past all these people, right? And so what God had to bring back to my memory is, remember when I was taking you past all those cars, the Mercedes and those BMWs and those Porsches and those Corvettes and those Cadillacs, and you was passing up all those cars and your Pontiac Sunbird, and you didn't understand it. And they were spitting up all that water and that ice and that dirt, and it was sitting your window, and it was as though that stuff had been thrown in your face. Do you remember that? And he's like, yeah. He said, understand. We all go through that. Everybody goes through that process. Everybody goes through that process. Everybody's on the right track. Everybody's on the right path. Until that happens. Stay with me. They're on the right path. They're growing and developing, and they're on the right path for them to reach their full potential. They're where they're supposed to be at. And then all this stuff is thrown in their face. And then some people get so frustrated. Some people get so pissed off. Some people get so angry that they lower their frequency. They get off the path. They lower their frequency and they want to retaliate. Some people, they lose it and they just pull all the way back so that they don't get that attention anymore. And when he was telling me this, it was like, oh my gosh, it was hitting me clear as day. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's like, man, let's go. Man, let me just hit the gas. Let's go full throttle. You know what I mean? And it's like, just keep your eyes on the road. Don't look to the left. Don't look. And family, I don't care what you've gone through. I don't care who's walked out of your life. I don't care what your circumstances look like. And again, I've talked about this so many times because mental health is the only thing that matters to me. You know what I mean? Your emotional well-being. Your emotional well-being determines your spiritual well-being. You can't have spiritual well-being and be emotionally erratic. They go hand in hand. They're one and the same. So you're going to hear me talk about mental health stuff or emotions all the time because that's all that really matters to me when it comes to helping people grow and develop and reaching their full potential. And so, man, I don't care whether you face an eviction. I don't care whether your car's getting ready to be repossessed. I don't care whether your wife is getting ready to leave you. I don't care if your kids don't want nothing to do with you. None of this stuff matters. I don't care if they get ready to downsize your job and you about to get furloughed or laid off. None of that stuff matters. All that matters, can you keep your eyes on the prize? Can you stay focused? Don't get so distracted with your circumstances that you lower your frequency and you lose hope. You get angry and bitter and resentful. Now you looking around at all these sorry motherfuckers. We ain't doing shit and they still got these jobs and blah, 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 blah. And all these conniving people, they're getting promoted and they're moving ahead. And all of us righteous people, man, we're getting downside and we're getting let go and we're getting furloughed. No. You just missed it. You just missed it. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the prize. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Stay focused. All the crap that you've gone through came for a reason. All of that stuff, man, we go through the trauma, the suffering, the pain, the hardships. Why? For our growth and development. We go through all the crap that we go through for our own personal growth and development. Why? Because what happens is, man, and again, stay with me. When you keep your eyes on the path, when you keep your eyes on the road, this is what happens. You start going through stuff in life and you're sitting there, it's like, okay, man, I know I can't use drugs right now because that's not the path for me. You know what I mean? I know that's going to get me off on a whole nother rabbit hole. I can't go down that rabbit hole and I can't get involved in that. Okay, man, boom. I'm focused. Man, I can't jump in this relationship with this person right here, man, because that's going to get me off my path. That's going to take me down another whole rabbit hole. You know what I mean? I can't get caught up in all this other stupid stuff right here. Man, I'm focused. I can't get bitter. I can't get full of anxiety or animosity or bitterness or resentment. I can't do any of that stuff. Man, I'm going to go within myself. I'm going to go inside myself. When I go inside myself, I find God. I find the Most High. I find Yahweh. I find Source, Universe. I find the greatest version of me. And so when I find these things, it's like, oh, snap. All of this crap has taught me to go within. And then once I go within, because I can't go nowhere else. I've tried going everywhere else. I've tried going to the hookers. I've tried going to the women. You know what I mean? I tried drinking. I tried smoking. I tried gambling. I tried all this other stupid stuff. And none of that works. None of that stuff works. What's up with you, Bree? Man, for the longest, man, I got into like bodybuilding and I was like working out. I got to like 235 solid muscle, less than 8% body fat. Why? Because I want to prove that I was hard. I want to prove that I was the man. And God had to show me, Elijah, you're doing all of that because you got insecurities. You're doing all that because you haven't dealt with your issues yet. You're doing all that because you've been molested and you're still trying to prove to everybody that you're not homosexual. You're still trying to prove to everybody that you're the man. That's why you working out the way you working out. That's why you getting on all those muscles, that taking on all those muscles, or trying to get those muscles that you're doing. That's why you're sleeping with every woman that you can, because you're trying to prove that you're the man. Those things are distractions to you because they're keeping you from dealing with your real issue. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Man, that was mind-boggling to me. You know what I mean? I never understood that I was sleeping with all the women that I was sleeping with. I never understood that I was working out hard 2 to 3 times a day at the gym for hours because of my insecurities. Because of my insecurity. Because if you'd asked me, man, I'm no motherfucking man. I'm fucking Goldie. And that's what they called me in the Air Force. I was Goldie. I was a pimp. I was the man. I was a fucking hoe. That's all I was a damn man hoe. Because I didn't understand who I was. Because I didn't value myself. Because I didn't love myself. Because I didn't even know who I was. And so I was allowing my issues to dictate my life. I'm gonna say that again. I allowed my issues to dictate how I lived my life. Because of my issues, I was working out the way I was working out. Because of my issues, I was sleeping with all the women I was sleeping with. And so what I had to learn was, man, I got to go inside. I got to go inside. I tried everything else externally, and it didn't help. It didn't help. Let me go inside. Let me go inside. I got inside. It's like, oh, snap. Who's this dude? Who's this cat? You know what I mean? Man, you're pretty cool. Once you get outside of your fucking ego, you all right. Man, once you get in alignment with God, once you get in alignment with your greatest version of yourself and who you really are, man, it's all good. It's all good. And it's a trip because after we go through all that stuff, we understand that these things bring birth. Understanding who you are. Not so much. Once you go inside of who you are, once you go inside, you close off your mind to all the stupid stuff. You meditate and you get in alignment with God. You get in alignment with who you are. That gives birth to so many different things in your life. What did that give birth to? It gives birth to, number one, self-knowledge. Who you really are. See, once I got inside of me, I realized, man, I really don't want to sleep with all these women. You know what I mean? I really don't want to be known as a freaking hoe. You know what I mean? I really don't want people calling me Goldie. Ain't shit cool about being looked at as no fucking pimp. You know what I mean? Ain't wasn't nothing cool about that. It seemed cool because the guys was hyping that up. But when I was talking to the women, it's like, oh yeah, we heard about you and all this other stupid shit. It didn't stop them from sleeping with me. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to be known for that anymore. Because I got some self-knowledge. I'm understanding, man, that's not why I'm here. And my twisted mentality is going to sound stupid, family. In my twisted mentality, I honestly actually thought that God put me on this planet to have sex with all these women, to have sex with all the women that I could, because all these women needed loving. And by me sleeping with all these women, I was giving them love. I was making them feel good about themselves. That's how perverted my fucking thoughts had me. That's how twisted my ego had me. I had no idea who I was. And so I degraded myself to just having sex. Because that's all that I was capable of doing. That's all I was good for. Some fun, we could drink, we could play some bones, some spades, some bidwiz, some pinochle, you know what I mean? We could shoot some hoop, man, we could shoot the pool table, and sex. That's all I was good for, you know what I mean? That's all I had to offer society. That's all I had to offer these women. Until I got to know me. Until I went on the inside and got to know me. So I learned self-knowledge. And I learned that, man, I was deeper than that. I was wiser than that. I was so much more knowledgeable and had so much more to offer than just that. Man, the party didn't start till I got there. Because I'm going to be the loudest, most obnoxious, the biggest asshole in the club. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I had to learn, man, that's not who I am. That's not who you are. Why are you acting like that? Why are you doing that stupid stuff? Oh, because you don't know who you are. So, man, learn some self-knowledge. And once I got self-knowledge, man, that gave birth to self-love. I started loving who I become. And the trip is, I was always that person. I was always a loving person, but I was putting on a mask of being this knucklehead. I was putting on this mask and this facade of being all these other crazy things in life. But at my core, I was knowledge and love and all these other good things. But because I didn't know who I was, I didn't demonstrate those characteristics. It's our time. I hope you're ready. Man, I hope you're ready. You know what I mean? And so once I started demonstrating self-love, man, then it was like patience. I became patient. And I had no patience for no one. No one. I had no patience for no stupid shit. I had no patience for people's ignorance. None of that bullshit. Miss me with that stupid shit. You know what I mean? That was my mentality. And so as God was working with me and dealing with me, they pump your brakes, motherfucker. Because remember your ass was out there. Remember your ass was trifling. Remember your ass was doing some shiesty ass shit. Remember all the stupid stuff you was doing. And once God started bringing some stuff back to my remembrance, it was like, ooh, hold up, time out, time out. No, God, you can't bring that back to my remembrance. Nope. Okay. I get it. You know what? You ain't got to say that no more. I remember. And once I started remembering all the crazy, stupid stuff I did, it's like, hold up, man. I'm no longer in a place to judge anybody else. I'm no longer in a place to judge everybody else's ignorance, everybody else's foolishness, because I was just like that. The only difference between me and them is that I learned to go within me. They were still out there doing the crazy stuff. But only by the grace of God that I had got to the point, it's like, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I can't do this shit no more. I'm done. I'm fucking retired from this bullshit. You know what I mean? And so I learned to meditate and I learned to go within me. And so then I discovered who I am. And in the process of discovering who I am, I realized, man, that's why I was doing what I was doing. And so I can't look at other people who are still out there and be mad at them or be frustrated with them because they still got their ways to go. They still got a ways to go. You know what I mean? They still got to learn to come within themselves. They haven't got to that place yet. And so, man, and then the other thing I learned was, man, I got a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience. And because I have all this experience, and because I have this love, because I have this patience, because I have this self-knowledge, man, I could take this experience, I could take this knowledge, I could take this love and this patience and be a beacon of hope. Be a beacon of hope for others. I don't have to get up and try to condemn them. I don't have to get up and preach hell and damnation to them. I ain't got to get up and tell them they going to hell for whoop and you ain't right and you're a devil worshiper and you did. I ain't got to say none of that shit. You ain't got to say none of that stuff. All you got to do is live your life. That's all you got to do is live your life. Your life has nothing to do with condemning anybody else to hell. Your life has nothing to do with putting somebody else down. Your life has nothing to do with looking down on somebody else. Because you understand, man, I've been there. I was out there like that. So how can I condemn them and judge them for the same crap that I was doing? And I was probably a whole lot worse. And so we become beacons of hope, beacons of love, beacons of light. Why? Because of our lifestyle. Because of our lifestyle. We ain't got to pull up some book where there's Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, Christianity. We ain't got to pull up no books and just browbeat people over the head with them. Well, you ain't got to do that stupid shit. All you have to do is walk your walk, drive your journey, stay on your path. That's all you got to do is stay on your path. But stand on your path, man, you're going to light up the world. Stay on your path, do what you came here to do. You're going to be the beacon of hope, the beacon of light, the beacon of love that everybody needs to see. Everybody talks about, man, I'm ready to go into my next season. Man, I'm ready to be elevated. But people ain't really talking about walking their path. We want to floss and pop our collar and stunt and flex and do all this other ignorant stuff. We want to talk about how deep we are. We want to talk about how spiritual we are. We want to talk about our third eye is open and we got our kundalini up and our chakras are in alignment and all this other stupid stuff. All you have to do is walk your path. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And don't get caught up looking at the other vehicles. Don't get caught up in who has what. Don't get caught up in where you're at in the aspect compared to everybody else. Everybody ain't on the path that you're on. So why are you judging yourself or comparing yourself to them? You guys ain't on the same path. You guys ain't going to the same place. You don't know how long they've been on the road. Stay in your lane. Keep your eyes on your prize. Keep your eyes on where you're going. Don't get distracted. And with all the craziness going on in the world, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get mad over all the crap that we've gone through. And man, it just don't seem like I'm catching a break. And man, it just seems like I just catch hell right after another, right after another, right after another. Man, it's our time. It's our breakthrough time. But you got to stay the course. You got to stay positive. You have to stay on the right frequency. And as long as you get frustrated and start complaining about, man, I just can't catch a break. And man, shit ain't fucking fair. And man, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And man, da-da-da-da-da. And this person has da-da-da-da-da. And whoop, man, as long as you do all that, man, you've lost it. You've lost your connection. You've lost your frequency. You're no longer connected to the Most High. You're no longer connected to the greater version of yourself. You're no longer in alignment. You're no longer on that high frequency. You can't be on the high frequency complaining. Talking about woe is me and this ain't fair and whoop-de-whoop. That's not a high frequency. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, many of us, we're really caterpillars in this thing. You know what I mean? Because we have to understand there's levels to growth and development. There's levels to this. It's like a tree. You take an oak seed or any type of tree and you put it in the ground. Man, the next year it's not going to be at its full potential. The next year it will not, I promise you, that fruit, that nut, seed, whatever you planted, will not be at its full potential in a year. And as long as it's comparing itself to all the other fruit trees and the other nut trees that's been in the ground 5 years, 10 years, and they're bringing forth fruit and they're bringing forth all these nuts. And man, they've been in this longer. They've done more and they've gone through more. There's levels to this. But our ego has this conviction, oh, I've been on this path for 6 months now and shit ain't got better. You 40 fucking years old. You lived a toxic ass fucking life the great majority of your life, and you don't flip the script like that and you expect everything just to turn on a dime like that? No, that's not how this shit works. I talk to so many people, they talk about, man, I just got on this path, man, about a year ago, 2 years ago, man, and I'm doing this, and I know about crystals, and I rock my crystals, and I got tarot cards, and I'm doing this, and I'm meditating, and I got sage, and there's more to life. There's more to your growth and development than walking around burning some fucking sage. I believe in sage. I got sage. I grew sage. Dried it and made my own bundles. It's not about that. It's not about that. There's levels to this. And understand your place. Understand where you're at on your journey. You can't reach your full potential trying to fake the funk and act like you're further along than what you really are. So many of us are little Pontiac Sunbirds, you know what I mean? And we looking at these Mercedes Benz and these Bentleys and these Porsches and these Lamborghinis and all these other cars, and we're comparing ourselves to them. And we're thinking we should be able to do what they do. Stay in your freaking lane. And that's hard for us because that's an ego trap. That's all ego. Humble yourself and understand. Man, there's people that's been doing this life. Man, there's people that's been meditating 20-something years, 30-something years, 40-something years. There's people that have gone and grown through so much. Man, I got to stop walking around acting like I know everything. I got to stop walking around acting like I'm woke because I've been studying some stuff for 3 years now. I just got out of high school and I know every goddamn thing. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'm woke. And you don't even know who the hell you are. You don't even know why you're here. The trip. The question why. Understanding the why is equal to understanding your purpose. I'm going to say it again. Why gives us purpose. Why gives us purpose. Why did I have to go through all the hell that I had to go through? Why did I have to see my father murder my mom? Why did I have to be molested not once but twice? Why was I raised in that abusive ass fucking house? Why did I catch the hell that I caught? Why did my wife have to die from breast cancer? Why did I go through all of this shit? Why? Man, once I understand the why, I understand my purpose. You can't understand your purpose and not know the whys. You're constantly asking the whys because you don't know your purpose. And so when you humble yourself and you stop acting like a freaking victim and you get in alignment with the greater good in you, you get in alignment with God, the Most High, and you're asking why. First thing that you learn by going within you, you get some self-knowledge. The whys become clear. The whys become clear in time. in divine timing. Why have I had to struggle for so long? Why does it seem like everything's just going crazy for me? And why haven't my financial breakthrough come yet? Why hasn't because you weren't ready yet. And there's some things you had to learn along the way. You had to learn some patience. You had to learn some humility. You had to learn how to be grateful. You had to kill your ego. See, so many of us, we want our breakthroughs, we want our successes, but we haven't killed our fucking ego yet. And he's not going to give you that stuff because you're not emotionally ready to handle it. Because once you get it, it's going to go to your head. Once you get your breakthrough, once you get your financial blessings, once you get your king, your queen, it's going to go to your head. And you're going to fuck it off. Trying to floss and act like you better than everybody else. Trying to throw it in everybody else's face. And so, when you get inside yourself and you calm the noise and you ask the why and you humble yourself. When I talk about humble, I'm talking about you killing your ego. You start to understand. You start to understand why you've gone through all that you've gone through. And you start to understand how all of those events, they all seem like random, chaotic events in your life. Like none of that stuff was, like it was all random. You know what I mean? Like it was just chaos. Like there was no connection to it. It's just mishap after mishap, after chaos, after trauma, and all these different events because you don't understand. But once you get inside yourself and you humble yourself and you get in alignment, because once you get into alignment, now you're tapped into infinite wisdom. Now you're tapped into infinite knowledge, infinite power. So you're ready to handle the why. You're ready to receive the why because you're connected. And now you can understand, man, I went through all that I went through. Man, I've lost all that I've lost. I've experienced all that I've experienced because that's what it took for me to humble myself, to sit down and to learn how to go within me. That's what it took. It took all of that hell for you to get to the point to it's like, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sick and tired. I've been sick and tired. I ain't got another one in me. I ain't got another near motherfucking messed up toxic ass relationship left in me. If you fucked up, stay the fuck over there because I'm not trying to save nobody. I ain't got time for Captain Saber hoes. I ain't got time to try to help you fix your shit because, I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm fucked up. I got to deal with me. Fuck the world right now. I got to deal with me. I got to fix me. I got to heal me. And once you get tapped into yourself, you realize, man, and you can be grateful for it all because you understand that everything is always working out for your good. I've talked to so many men, and this is not stuff that most men talk about. And the American statistics is that 1 in 5 guys have been raped or molested in their life. 1 in 5. But this is not something that we really talk about. Because our ego won't allow us, because we haven't healed from that. It won't allow us to deal with that. And so, had I not gone through all of that, I wouldn't be able to talk about having gone through all of that. And because I talk about having gone through all that, man, you guys wouldn't believe how many brothers, how many men have reached out to me. Man, I've gone through similar things. Man, I went through that. Man, that happened to me. And that empowers them. That gives them their strength, their power back. They don't feel like they're so alone. They don't feel like it was just them. And so when we go through different things in life, man, it's all for the greater good. It's just that when we're out there and we're disconnected from God, from source, from ourselves, we don't see the greater good because we're not on that frequency. We're not tapped into infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite wisdom. So we can't understand that stuff. We can't understand why we got the hell that we did. We don't understand why we could be married to somebody and be so faithful and so committed to them and they dog us the hell out and leave us for a trap. Once you get outside of your head, once you get outside of your ego and go within yourself and tap into infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge, you'll understand that it was about you, but it really wasn't about you. Let me say that again. All that you went through, it was about you, but it really wasn't about you. What do I mean? It was about you just to get you to come within yourself. It wasn't about you because all those people are hurt. Every one of those people were hurt. Hurt people hurt people. If your ass was in there, somebody else would have been there and they would have got hurt. So it really wasn't about you. It just happens that your ass married that motherfucker. It just so happens that you was there. It just so happens you was that little kid. You was that little girl. You was that little dude that got molested. If you wasn't there, somebody would have got molested. So it really wasn't about you. It was their sickness, their illness, their unresolved issues. And once you go within yourself and you realize that, it's like, oh, snap. This person treated me the way that they did in our marriage. Not because I'm unloving. Not because I don't deserve to be treated like a king, like a queen. This person treated me the way that they did because of their issues. That wasn't about me. If they'd been married to Holly Berry, they would have treated her the same way. If they were married to Beyonce, they would have treated her the same way. If they were married to J-Lo, they would have treated her the same way. It wasn't about you. But that's what it took for you to come within yourself, to understand who you are. And because you went through all of the crap that you went through, now you can sit back with some gratitude and be like, now I can help these other young women. Now I can sit here and talk to young men about being molested, about growing up in an abusive household, about being abandoned and neglected, about all the crap that you've gone through. Now you can sit there and spit some knowledge and some wisdom to help others, to give them hope, to empower them, to show them how to go within themselves, so that they could begin the healing process. That's why we go through what we go through. And so when I read that scripture in Isaiah 45:7, where it talks about God said, or Yahweh said, I form light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. What was he saying? He's like, man, everything is going to work out. Man, if you ever look at the yin yang, I don't have one close to me. The yin is black and white, good, evil, dark, light, whatever you want to call it. Why? Because you can't appreciate love if you don't experience hate. You can't appreciate light if you never experience darkness. If you never experience ignorance, you can't really appreciate intelligence and insight. You gotta have the opposites. Why? To show you that everything in life is balanced. I'm gonna say it again. You have to have good in order for you to understand. You have to have bad in order for you to understand what's good. You gotta have pain. You gotta have frustrations. You got to have disappointments and failures and low self and all this other crap. Why? In order to understand what peace of mind really feels like. To understand, man, I value my peace over all those toxic bullshit things I've gone through. I value my peace over being with this person. I value my peace over this money now. I value my peace over this material crap now. Because the only thing that matters is my peace of mind. Why? Because I've been suicidal. Why? Because I've been homicidal. Why? Because I've been so fucking frustrated and depressed and filled with anxiety and fear. Man, because I've experienced that, man, now that I've come into myself, now that I've gotten in alignment with God, man, now I understand and I value peace of mind. And because I understand peace of mind and because I value my peace of mind, I'm not going to do anything or allow anybody in my aura to get me off my frequency. I'm not going to allow anybody in my vicinity to lower my vibe. Why? Because I've been there, done that. I'm not trying to do you your raggedy ass no more. I love you. I'll love you from a distance. I'll love you from a distance. Why? Because you're not good for my peace of mind. So I can't deal with you on that level. It's not that you're a bad person. You're just not good for my peace of mind. And I value my peace of mind over you. Man, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. And the trip is, you're going to stay in that toxic situation until you can't take it anymore. And it's the truth, because everybody can tell you, man, don't do this. Don't hook up with this person. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And you're going to do what you want to do. You're going to do what you want to do until you can't take it anymore. Until you can't take it anymore. And then one of several things is going to happen. You're going to check out as far as, man, I'm out. I'll go homeless. I'll go to a shelter, whatever. Just get me all this toxic ass relationship. That, or you're going to end up hurting this person, or they're going to hurt you. Those are your three options. You know what I mean? One of you going to dip out the relationship, you're going to end the relationship, and you're going to go find your peace, or you're going to go hook up with some other toxic person. You know what I mean? But those are three things that's going to happen. Until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're never really going to go within yourself. You're never going to really connect with God. You'll connect with religion, but you'll never really connect with God. And it's a trip, family. Unfortunately, I talked to too many religious people that have religion. And they're convinced that they have God. They're convinced that they have Jesus. Or Yahshua. They're convinced that they have these people in their lives. They're convinced that they have the Holy Spirit and all this, but they still ain't got no fucking peace. They got all this stuff. They got all these scriptures, got all this pay their tithes offering and all this other stuff. They could quote all the scriptures of the Bible. They're a deacon, they're a Sunday school teacher, they're a bishop, a pastor, and all this other crap, and they still ain't got no peace. They still ain't got no joy. They still don't know who they are. They still don't know why they're here. We got to get it together. And it's our time. It's some of our time. You know what I mean? Some of us, we put in the work. We put in the work. It's our time. Don't get distracted. It don't matter what's going on around you. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stop looking at everything around you. I don't care what the weather looks like. I don't care what's going on around you. Keep your eyes on your prize. You got this. You came here for this purpose. And understand, as just like I share with the story in the Pontiac Sunbird, and it's passing up all these expensive vehicles. There are going to be people in your life that's going to hate you, that's going to try to sabotage you. There are going to be people in your life that try to throw all kind of traps and entrapments in front of you, snares and all this other stupid stuff. There's going to be people that throw salt, throw water, mud, dirt, everything else in your face, constantly bringing up your past. Why? To stop you. Man, get over that. Get over that. Accept that reality. And accept that reality, not in the aspect of you're better than them. Accept that reality in the aspect, I see you. And I send you love. I see you. I send you healing. Why? Because you understand that they're hurt. They have unresolved issues. And that's why they're attacking you the way they are. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Because of their unresolved issues. It's not about you becoming successful. It's not about you blowing up. It's about their unresolved issues. If they didn't have those unresolved issues, they wouldn't be thinking about you in that capacity. They wouldn't be doing the stupid stuff that they're doing. They're only doing that because they're hurt. Understand that. Stop personalizing that. It ain't your daddy, it ain't your mama, it ain't your wife, it ain't your kids that's attacking you and what do. Man, they're hurt. It ain't personal. They're hurt. Hurt people hurt people. We say this all the time. We say it all the time. If they wasn't hurt, they wouldn't get at you the way they are. If they wasn't hurt, they wouldn't respond and act the way they do. They hurt. They have unresolved issues. And that's okay. Because all of us do, to some degree. So don't look down on them. Don't judge them. Don't damn them to hell, even though they're damning you to hell. Love them. Send them positive energy. Because that's what they need. That's what they need. They don't need any more hurt. They don't need any more get back. They don't need you clapping back at them or going off on them. Man, they're used to that. That's what they expect. They expect that negative frequency. Yeah, for those of us that are butterflies, those of us that just got our wings, man, you ain't got time for that foolishness. When you were a caterpillar, you acted like a caterpillar. You've grown up. You've been elevated. You're a butterfly now. It's time for you to act graceful. It's time for you to flap your wings and just rise above all of that madness. Rise above that pettiness. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter what they get down is. Man, I'm just going to rise up above that. I'm just going to flap my wings and just enjoy life. You do you. You do you. I send you love. I send you peace. And I'll send you healing. But you do you. Why? Because I'm no longer a caterpillar. I see you for who you are. Because I've been there. But we've been elevated. And now I got my wings. Because I stayed true to the game. I stayed true to the journey. I kept my eyes on the prize. I didn't give up. I didn't lower my frequency. And my reward, I got my wings. So I'm able to fly. It's flying season. It's flying season. Man, I love you guys. Family, if you want a special prayer request, just shoot us an email or shoot me a text message or a comment on the YouTube or in here. And me and my beautiful queen will be taking care of all that. We pray for you guys every night because we love you guys. We thank you guys for being with us on this journey. Man, I thank you guys for being with me on this journey. Beautiful souls on this journey, on this platform that I would have never met had we not established this platform. Thank you guys for trusting the process and by watching the videos, tuning into the lives. Man, we'll be back on tomorrow night at 6:30. I don't know what the conversation is yet. Man, I'll wait for God to tell me that. It'll probably be later tonight or sometime tomorrow. But we'll be back on tomorrow night at 6:30. I love you guys. 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I love you. Happy healing. Peace.